Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some shading using Photopea. Now in the general section of our team, you're going to see that I put an announcement saying this is for the shading demo. Right here there's a photograph of 3 circles. One of them is shaded, the other 2 are blank. You should go to the general section, find this picture, and download a copy of it. The arrow up top with the little down arrow, that is your download. So you should download a copy of that. That will automatically be in your downloads window. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my browser. You can see I already have Photopea open. But for those of you who don't have it, photopea.com. All right. And you're going to open up Photopea. By this time, you should have had it opened up several times. You shouldn't have that error message or that new window message. And you should be looking at exactly what I'm seeing right now. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to open from computer. We're going to open from computer. And what we're going to open from computer is we're going to open up that file, that picture that I just had you download. It's called Shading Start. And I'm just going to open it up. Now you should see it right in front of you right now. You should see the background right over here, okay? And it should be set up like every other project we've ever done. What I'm going to ask you guys really quickly to do before we start working on this thing is we are going to lock the background. Locking the background is something that we're going to do pretty much on everything we work on. How to lock the background is right above the background layer. You're going to see that padlock. It's called all actually. When you click on that lock, you'll see the little lock appear on the background. So we'll start by locking our background. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to use a new tool, a tool we've never used before. When we go to our toolbar, we're going to see from the top, you have the move tool, 2, 3, 4. The 4th tool down says Object Selection. The shortcut for that is W. And if you press that, it automatically goes to the Object Selection tool. We're going to click on the Object Selection tool, and you're going to see that there are other options. Quick Selection, Object Selection, and Magic Wand. We want to switch to the Magic Wand, okay? Again, it's the 4th one down. If you can't find it, you can press W, and then when you get that Object Selection tool, you can click and hold, and you should be able to find the Magic Wand. The Magic Wand only really works if you believe in the magic. If you don't believe in the magic, your Magic Wand will not work. So everybody right now should say, yes, Mr. B, I believe in the magic. Let's go.
Yes, Mr. B, I believe in the magic.
Okay, once we've selected the Magic Wand tool, we're going to click on that middle circle. When you click on that middle circle, you should notice it looks like there's like a little choppy outline that appeared. You'll know if you did this correctly in a second. But we've clicked on there, and what the Magic Wand has done, it's selected the space inside that circle. The next step is to create a new layer. While we have this selected, I'm going to press the new layer button. Down here at the bottom of my layer window, next to the garbage can in the file folder, there's new layer. It looks like a square. For anybody who can't see, I'm down here. And I'll click and create a new layer. So right now I've already selected this circle and I've created layer 1. I'm going to color that layer 1. I'm going to go to my color picker. I'm going to pick a color. I don't want you to pick like a yellow. I don't want you to pick like a super bright color. I also don't want you to pick black. Let's find a nice medium color. All right, whatever you want. Blue, purple, red, but you should click somewhere in the general section that I am. Not all the way over here, not all the way up here, okay? Kind of in the top sort of rightish area. And find yourself a color, whatever color you want to pick. Just don't pick yellow. Don't pick something super bright. You already know how to use this tool, so this is nothing new. We're going to go back up now to our gradient tool, our paint bucket tool. All right, the gradient tool looks like a shaded square, light to dark. The shortcut to the gradient tool is the letter G. Okay? When you click it, you have the gradient tool. We're going to click and hold and switch over to our paint bucket. All right? Here's our paint bucket. I'm going to pick my paint bucket tool, and now I have that selected. Again, the letter G is the shortcut to that, and if you click and hold on the gradient tool, you'll find the paint bucket tool. Now with the paint bucket, you could try to click, and what should happen if you did this correctly, no matter where you click, it should just fill in on layer 1 with your color inside the circle. All right? So what you should have now is a colored circle. If you didn't select or use the magic wand correctly, if you didn't believe in the magic, then your entire screen would be red and not just the circle. So if anybody's thing didn't work right, it's because you didn't believe in the magic. So everybody got that? Are we with me? All right. Now what we're going to do, since we colored this circle, is we're going to play with two brushes. They are called the Burn and the Dodge. The Dodge tool looks like a lollipop. All right? If you look at your toolbar, you're going to look for your Dodge tool right now. And it looks like a lollipop. If you can't find that lollipop, the shortcut to that is pressing the letter O. When you select your Dodge tool, you are going to notice it's a brush. It's a little tiny brush. All right? Just like every brush that we've used, you can resize that brush. What I'm going to tell you to do is I'm going to tell you to bring that size up to maybe like, let's say like 225 pixels. Okay? Everybody's working on the same picture, so everybody will have the same size as me. So right now, I'm going to go change the size of the brush. I've selected my lollipop tool, the Dodge tool. I've got up to my brush size and resized it, and I'm at 225. I'm also going to go to the hardness. I've told you about the hardness that we always kept it at 100 to color before. Well, I'm going to keep it at 100 right now and show you what 100% of the brush looks like. When I go to my project and I clicked once and you can see it made it lighter. I'll do that again. It makes it lighter, but it makes it lighter like a perfect circle. And that's because it's at 100%. I'm going to undo that right now. Now I'm going to go up to my brush tool and I'm going to change the hardness to 0%. Now when I go to make my little mark, you can see it isn't a perfect circle, it's sort of faded in. All right? What the Dodge tool does, it makes things lighter. So what I want to do is, I want to look at my picture right here. I can see right over here is like the lightest. I've got my Dodge tool, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make little circles. And I'm going to try to make this area lighter. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm going over this area, making little circles with my Dodge tool. And if I go a little bit more with it and let go, it'll make the areas that I go over it multiple times lighter. And you can see it kind of makes it with this nice faded look. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to lighten up the same spot on this circle as it is in the photo using the Dodge tool. Now, some of you might be trying to do this at home and having trouble, all right? If you're having a problem, I'm going to start over and do it again real quick. Okay? First, I want to make sure I have my dodge tool. The dodge tool is the letter O on the shortcuts. If you have something that doesn't look like the dodge tool, switch it back to the dodge tool. It looks like a lollipop. It is a brush. That brush is set up on the top over here just like we use with the brush tools. This part you know. You should make the size of your brush 225 pixels. You could slide this up. You could also take the hardness of the brush and make it 0%. So you should be using something, if your size is a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, that's okay. But the hardness should be at 0%. Once you have that set up, you're going to come to your picture. And what you're going to find is, if you go over your picture with your brush, it's going to make whatever you go over lighter. If you keep going over it without unclicking, it's not going to change. So what I'm doing is I'm unclicking, and then I'm coming back and I'm going to go again. When I go again, it makes things a little bit lighter. Now, I know most of you are working with the mouse pad, and it's a little trickier with the mouse pad, but all I'm doing is making little circles. If whatever you're doing doesn't look good or you don't like it, just undo it, Control Z, and start again. And all we're going to do today is we're going to try to dodge this. We're going to try to dodge this to make it look like the photograph. And that's all we're going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish dodging this up. And again, I'm unclicking and reclicking multiple times. You can see up in my history here that I'm clicking and unclicking a few times. But my goal here is to try to make this a nice, bright, faded part of my picture, whatever color you decided to do. Okay? Once I feel like I kind of got it the way I like it, and this is really what it should look like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot to submit this. Again, I think a few students have told us about how to take screenshots. You can hold down the Windows key, Shift, and S. And when I take my screenshot, I want to make sure I take a screenshot of my entire setup and the layers window. Please include the layers window so you can see my picture right here. All right? This is the picture that I am going to upload as part of today's little assignment. I'm going to go to the assignments right now, and I'm going to add that assignment really quick. I'm going to end the recording.